Good morning and aloha. We want to talk today about the most exciting challenge that you could ever do for yourself and change the self that maybe you don't like so much at this time. This challenge is very simple. It's 180 days of going on a plant-based, non-contaminated heirloom diet. And this doesn't mean that you're on a diet. It does mean that you're going to have selected foods. The selected foods are going to change the way you think massively. See, right now you don't even know you're a part of the destruction of the planet. Once you get on a plant-based diet, you'll find out that it's totally necessary for you to really now not do things that are destructive. So it does take a plant-based diet, I've found out. Done this to thousands of people around the planet. The biggest change they get is they become more aware. And becoming more aware is priceless. So ask yourself, are you part of the massacre and murdering of 150 billion animals a year? 150 billion? That's ridiculous. Okay, so do you really think you need to kill to stay alive? Really? I just want to sort of promote this idea to you, and if you really think that you need to kill something to stay alive tomorrow, that's pretty weak. So once you get on this plant-based diet, what happens is that you start to become more connected to nature. You start to feel the miracle of life. Give it a try. Okay, 180 days of plant-based, drinking 150 ounces of the liquids of vitality. Okay? What you're doing is you're upgrading your energy field by you are what you eat, feel, say, do, exercise, and so on. So putting the right vibrational foods that are non-contaminated and heirloom. Heirloom means that they have not been perverted by science yet. Okay? So heirloom foods are sort of like the foods that are original foods versus the ones that have been hybridized, which means they made them bigger, and or the ones that have been sterilized, the genetically modified crops. Sterile foods, they won't reproduce themselves. You are what you eat. So if that rings a bell to you, then if you eat sterile foods, what do you think happens to you? If you lose your hormones, okay, it has nothing really to do for the sexuality part, what I'm talking about, okay? That's a big part of that too. But if you lose your hormones, you lose your immune system. You lose your vitality. You usually lose your feelings of feeling alive, okay? And that goes for a woman too. So that's why menopause, okay, or men as they get into their 40s, 50% of their testosterone is decreased. Okay, well that's 50% of your life force has been decreased. So changing your fuel to a higher vibrational fuel will just enhance who you are. It'll make you smarter, faster, quicker. Of course you're going to lose weight. Of course you're going to feel like doing things. Of course you're going to really step up to the next layer because you just stopped contaminated yourself with tons of processed foods, okay? Not only processed foods, but junk foods that have chemicals in them, synthetics, hormones, antibiotics, okay? A whole host of different types of weird plastics that they're packaged in. So, step up to a more natural lifestyle. We call this the supernatural lifestyle, okay? Once you do this, all you're going to do is tell a friend. I guarantee you. Why? It's because you started to get some of your sanity back. Why? Because now you start to see more insanity, not only in everything else, but also in yourself. This is one of the best revelations of a plant-based diet. You get connected back to nature. You don't want to destruct things. You want to reconstruct or take care of things. I moved up to Hawaii here. I'm taking care of, you can see the trees behind me. Coffee trees, lychee trees. Taking care of plants, growing food. It doesn't feel any better than to be able to, look, I'm grounding myself to the ground here, and really immersing myself in nature. You can grow tomatoes if you want to on your porch. It doesn't matter what you do. The more that you become immersed in nature, the more you will start to feel this connection, this miracle of life. It's just nature, the air, okay, the fruits, the vegetables, the animals, the birds, okay, the bees, everything is a miracle. Here's a coffee plant right here, and you can see it's flowering here. Beautiful. Got little tiny coffees going right there. And so we've planted lots of coffee trees, lots of bananas, avocados. We've got about 25 varieties of avocados, about 300 coconut palms for coconuts, all different types of plants that I see at the farmer's market, the swap meet, and I buy them and I put them in the ground. I take the seeds from the foods that I like and I germinate them and put them in the ground. All you got to do is do that, and maybe water things, a little fertilizer. Of course, taking care of things is part of your intrinsic nature. Okay, when you start taking care of anything, what happens is that you start to feel fulfilled. You start to have this feeling of what's called cessation, okay, where you just feel blissful and you feel thankful for everything, no matter what comes your way. So trying this plant-based diet, like I said, is a challenge. 180 days, stay away from meat, stay away from processed foods. Go to eartheracademy.com, and we've got lots of protocols also to add to this 180 days of plant-based diet, like cleaning your skin, opening up your pores, okay, that are essential to be able to actually keep this body clean and healthy. Your pores let out all the poisons that you've accumulated, and if your pores are clogged, well, that's part of the body fat that we see on everybody. That's part of the diabetes, 100 million people. That's part of the dysfunction of depression, okay, all these things. Once you stop actually eating meat, you'll find out that the meat department is not called that anymore. It's called the morgue. And you'll look down at all the meat and all the carcass, as they call it, and you'll say, how could I ever eat that stuff? Or how could I have ever eaten all of that stuff? I used to eat 2 pounds of meat a day. Once you lose the tapeworms inside your system, once you lose the sugar-eating microbes in your system that constantly call you to feed and constantly tell you what to feed on, these are mind-controlling parasites. They're very smart indeed. Okay, we go over a lot of this psychology, okay, of what parasites are doing to other animals, and of course they're doing it to you too. If you don't think so, that's part of the best part about parasites. Everybody thinks that they don't have them. If you've got body fat, remember, of course you've got parasites. Body's full of them. Those are yeast, mold, and fungus. Candida, okay, that's that creature. It feeds on sugar and processed carbohydrates and foods. So if you feed it, what do you think happens? Another little tip on the 180-day plant-based diet, okay? You want to stay as raw as you can. You want to stay as enzymatic rich as you can. That's why the smoothies are so important for you to just upgrade your meals. You upgrade them to a better fuel, and they taste super good. So, you know, this is one of the big things. It's not even so much you'll lose weight, but you're going to terrain modify your whole body, your whole mind, okay, your nervous system, your gut wall bacteria, okay, all these different things that actually live in your system. So, you know, I'm 55 years old, biological age, and I never felt better because my mind has clarity to it. It has also awareness. My shutters have opened up to let me see more, okay, to let more light in, as you can see, to be able to unfold the matrix in ways, of course, that my mind couldn't see it before. It did see a lot of it, but it was very frustrated about a lot of things that are just not necessary to happen on the planet. So once you, like I said, terrain modify yourself, you'll see. This is the best thing that you've ever done to yourself. Why? Because now your machine, here's my old machine, look, okay? I'm an old man. And I can do the splits, okay? I can really, really concentrate and have inspiration all the time. People ask me all the time, it says, man, you're like 10 people in one, all the things you do. Well, I like to go ahead and progress, and once you go ahead and get focused, you're doing a lot of things too. You're just doing a lot of things maybe that are not really in the energy field of getting things accomplished. Might be doing a lot of things like having drama in your life. You might have relationship problems. You might not feel that you're getting the nurturing feelings from love, and you get those from animals, from plants. You get it from the sun right now. You get it from a variety of things. So learn all the protocols that we have. We have all the foods that you really want to upgrade yourself, wholesale, direct, earthshiftproducts.com. And we've got hundreds of different tools that you could use to upgrade your world. Don't even have to change your diet if you don't want to, but you can change your pots and pans. Remember, it's all wholesale. You can change your silverware to non-toxic ware. You can start to put on makeup that doesn't have toxicity, or use tampons that are organic. Why? Because they're not full of chemicals. You can start to add minerals to your water. You can start to put silica in your system so your skin stays very healthy and your joints stay very healthy. Okay? Everything basically that you need to upgrade and start your life has been picked out for you, even tongue scrapers. Okay, all these things. These are all essential tools to add into your world. Take away some of the things away from the world right now in your life that you know that's not serving you, and add some new concepts, some new disciplines, and have fun. Upgrade your world, and you'll see. That's, like I said, the best thing you've ever done. And instead of giving a gift to somebody that doesn't make any sense, give them a $100 gift certificate at Earthshift. Get them going. Okay? Remember, like I said, it's all wholesale, free shipping, new customers, and then you buy a little bit after that, and you get free shipping anyways. Hawaii customers, Alaska, Puerto Rico, 50% off shipping. We are the best deal on the internet by far. Get yourself a crystal necklace. Okay, wear one of those. Why? Because it'll make you feel happier. I get those custom made in Brazil. It's a lot of work to be able to just drill a hole into a piece of very, very hard silica. That's a number 8. Diamond's a 10, so it's very hard. It's very smart to wear it right over your electrical part of your heart that basically makes your electricity, because all it does is amplify you. So upgrading yourself doesn't mean necessarily, like I said, you have to change your diet, but it does mean that you have to go ahead and actually add some tools to your carpentry workbench there. So, all right, we'll see you next time. Aloha, and have fun on your plant-based challenge. Do it. Do it. What do you got to lose? What, 20 pounds? What, get clear head? What, start being nice to people? Start being connected to nature? What do you got to lose? Okay, we'll see you. Aloha.
Important reminder: all information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, Publishers and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earth Shift Live radio talk show or therein.